Hey, hey, hey. We are in the building. Check it out. We're still working on some things behind the scenes. And oh, yeah, tap in with your boy. You already know. Now, Anton Daniels' auntie defends him. Oh, auntie. We going to have some fun with this one. You know, microphone check. Now, we've been working on some things behind the scenes, mainly the internet connection. So, I don't know, man. I might be going with AT&T. Cox is coming over to fix the problem today, and if the problem isn't resolved, then we're going to switch over to AT&T. But we're gonna see how it goes. We we gonna see how it goes first before we jump ship, man. I'm gonna give Cox Internet an opportunity to fix the problem. All right. But anyway, man, let's get into the content. Anton Daniels' auntie defends him, right? Now, according to Messi, well, this is her mentality. Futon has the right, Tampon has the right to critique the black community and say whatever he wants to say, right? But when it's time for people to critique him and hold him accountable for anything, now all of a sudden that's a problem to hold him accountable. See, let me show you how messy your auntie is. That proves how fake and messy she is. He can ridicule and criticize the black community and critique the black community all he wants. But when the community critiques him, all of a sudden everybody just hating. Everybody, they're just haters for critiquing him. You know what I'm saying? So apparently Mr. Potato Head is above critique. But the black community, nah, they're not above critique. The black community must take whatever Mr. Potato Head dishes out. But critiquing him and criticizing him, oh, that makes you a hater. You see, that's a foolish mindset, and we're here to dissect that today. Auntie Messi, get over there and take 10 seats. I got a brand new wig for you, and you're gonna be all right, baby. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Shout out to SR Sunro, man. I appreciate you, my brother. You always tapping in, rocking with the channel. You've been doing so for years. And you are highly appreciated on King Supreme TV. You've been rocking with me back in the Red Supreme TV one day, so it is what it is. Shout out to my dog. Shout out to the dogs. Now, Anton says that comedians and entertainers, they're bad for the culture, right? They're fake, they're this and that. Well, when you listen to everything he said, all of those things for the most part applies to him. He's a fake Christian. He's a hypocrite. He's bad for the culture. He kisses the behind of Caucasians. He ridicules the black community for money. So everything he said about celebrities and entertainers applies to him. See, Futon, also known as Tampon, also known as Mr. Potato Head, he don't look at himself in the mirror. Even when he takes a crap on a toilet first thing in the morning, he don't smell his own stuff. He don't smell his own boo-boo. you know. But hit that like button. It ain't nothing, man. We're gonna have a wonderful show. Dive in. You already know. King Supreme is the channel. Make sure that you subscribe. And oh yeah, make sure that you guys hype all these videos, man. Get these videos in the algorithm by hyping the videos. Show and prove. Show that hey, let me know that you're really rocking with me in a major way. Right? Yeah. Mr. Potato Head sits on the toilet every morning and he can't even smell his own boo-boo. He's a hypocrite. He's a fake Christian. He's a liar. You know, he's all of the above. But, you know, what he's going to say in his defense is, well, I got money. Well, there's a lot of rainbow community members with money. It don't mean that we should be listening to them. Oh, man. Tyler Perry got money. Would you take relationship advice from Tyler Perry? Absolutely not. Would you hook up with Tyler Perry? Would you let would you guys let Tyler Perry school you on lessons of manhood and masculinity? Or would you say, oh, I'll listen to him because he has money? Never mind the fact that he might be fruity. But would you go to Tyler Perry to get lessons about manhood and masculinity? Would you really go to Tyler Perry for that just because he has money? Simple question.
I always give you facts. You have to remember, in this particular situation, you got the world of politics and the world of comedy clashing. AD is using political distractionist tactics in order to try to win a debate.
Listen, Don Lemon has money. Would you listen to Don Lemon when it comes to manhood and masculinity? Would you listen to Tyler Perry when it comes to manhood and masculinity? If you have common sense, you would say absolutely not. So money doesn't change anything when it comes to your character and moral, when it comes to your morals and values. Money doesn't mean anything, right? And I can give you more examples. So when somebody says they had when their rebuttal was always I have money, they're hiding something. A lot of you guys are not smart enough to see what he's hiding, but it's clear as day. You can see what he's hiding. The man is insecure. He's a charlatan. He's a hypocrite. See, when it comes to absent-minded people, you can use your money to avoid accountability. I said it before and I say it again. The quickest way to avoid accountability in the Black community is to just brag about your success and money. That's the quickest way to dodge accountability in the Black community. Just brag about your money. And for the most part, most people in our community, they're going to let you off the hook. But see, it's a brand new day today, man. A lot of people are waking up. They smell the coffee first thing in the morning. They can see right through your insecurities. You're not going to be able to use money to escape accountability. Those days are over, Jack.
This is what he's using, right? So it's always facts over feelings. So let's just talk about the layers of contextomy so you guys get an understanding of what this fucking means. First of all, one of the layers of contextomy is selective quoting. Now, it could be a physical quote, it could be a video, it could be anything, but it's selective, taking bits or fragments of something that was said or something that was done and using that as a broad stroke to support a narrative that you're trying to push out about something or somebody. That's false.
Oh, he just broke down Anton to the T. Shout out to Craig Facts for breaking that down. That's real.
Selective quoting. Another thing is false attribution. Assigning a misleading quote or source onto someone that you're arguing with. It's called false attribution. Look it up. Another thing is misleading framing. Look it up. These are all. Let's stick with these facts. Let's stick with the education before we go into our opinions, because all the things that have been going on for the last couple of weeks, it falls into these categories: misleading framing, which is presenting information in a way that changes the meaning of the information. Presenting information in a way that changes the meaning of the information. See, this is what you got to understand about politics. You say Kwame's going in, that's dope. I don't have to go in on Antoine. I can simply educate you on what is going on, and it's so much information out there, you can fill in the facts yourself. What the fuck is Craig talking about? Well, you got to, look, man, I don't deal in illusions and disillusionment, good brother. I deal in facts. So right now, we're painting the context of what's going on. This entire thing is context to me, my guy. Another thing is time manipulation.
Time manipulation. Let's get to it. We're gonna go back to Craig Facts right here, right? This is a guy by the name of Rob Reacts, man. I think he did a good job at breaking this down. So let's move on over to Rob Reacts. Check this out.
The last couple of Januaries have been rough for black men.
Now, I know what you guys are going to say based on his voice and delivery, but we're not going to clown the messenger. We're going to listen to the message. But shout out to Rob Reacts, man. I appreciate you for putting this piece together.
Let's really think about this. January 2020, we lost Kobe, a global I-5, the Diddy lawsuit, and patterns don't lie. This is a pattern.
Sip.
This isn't hate. This is a pattern. And patterns don't lie. This is the fall of Anton Daniels. Anton didn't start off as the bad guy, and that's important. He didn't come in loud. He didn't come in reckless. He didn't come in angry. He came in calm.
I do it for a greater purpose. You know what I'm saying? I know that in order for me to be able to tell other people that they got to move a certain type of way, or to give them the blueprint on how it is that they can be successfully married, I have to be a reflection of the thing that I advocate for. So it's different from me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that I don't love beautiful women around me. It don't mean that I'm not going to have, that I don't check out chicks or whatever, so on and so forth or whatever. I just don't believe that A, they not worth my time. B, they ain't even close to the quality of the woman that I have. C, I also want to be the man that I would love for my daughter to marry. And then D, I have a higher expectation on my life, and I esteem myself greater than what normal people would esteem themselves. So I just hold myself to a higher standard than other people do.
Confident, articulate. He showed up at the right time, saying the right things to the right audience, and that audience was tired of confusion, tired of dating that didn't make sense. Tired.
He said, "Is that Don Lemon?" See, like I said, stop using money. To all the brothers in the chat, Don Lemon is pretty successful, right? He got money. Would you take advice from Don Lemon when it comes to masculinity and manhood? Would you take advice from Don Lemon when it comes to masculinity and manhood? Would you take advice from Tyler Perry when it comes to masculinity and manhood? Give me your thoughts in the comments. They got money. I mean, they got money.
Of working hard and still feeling stuck. The internet was loud but empty. Then Anton shows up sounding like a man who figured it out. And when life feels unstable, the man who sounds certain becomes the leader, even when certainty arrives before wisdom. So people listen. At first, his message felt like accountability. Make better decisions. Stop blaming the world. Own your outcomes. That kind of talk resonates with men, especially men who feel invisible. And for a while, it worked. But here's the thing about critique. If it isn't balanced with humility, it doesn't stay critique. It hardens. It becomes judgment, then disdain, then contempt. And once success shows up before self-awareness, that transformation speeds up. That's where the money comes in.
Just because somebody has money doesn't mean that they can give you advice in certain areas, right? If you went to school to be a psychologist, it doesn't mean that you understand weightlifting or fitness. If you went to school for fitness, it doesn't mean that you understand psychology. You might be a married man, but it doesn't mean that you understand the nature of women in general. You've been dealing with one woman. So you have to realize and recognize what people are good at. Being successful doesn't mean that you're good at everything. You might be good in a few areas and you might be terrible in other areas. Stop allowing people who have money to tell you, like, they can give you advice about any and everything in life just because they have money. You got people that's good at real estate, but they suck when it comes to nutrition and fitness. You got people who are good with finances, but they sucks when it comes to relationships. You know how many men that I know who are successful when it comes to business, but they absolutely suck when it comes to women? You know how many guys are good with women, but they absolutely suck when it comes to business? I'm trying to give you my perspective here. But anyway, let's get back to the content.
Money changes people, especially when it comes fast. It doesn't just change what you can buy, it changes what you can access. New rooms, new attention, new opportunities, and new temptations. When a man who's been married to one woman for 20 plus years suddenly gets new money, new visibility, and new access, that's not a small adjustment. That's a shock to the system. Because now you're surrounded by women you don't love, you lust over, not a partnership, not building, just access. And here's the truth most people won't say out loud: new money doesn't come with new discipline, it just amplifies whatever was already.
Money don't come with instructions, man. If I gave somebody $1 million a day, it doesn't mean that they're going to be intelligent. It doesn't mean that they're going to be smart. It doesn't mean that they're a relationship expert because they have money. It doesn't mean that they're a fitness expert because they have money. The reality of it is this: we're good in certain areas and we lack in certain areas. That's the nature of being a human being. Most of us are not well-rounded. We're good at a few things and we suck at other things.
There. There's a saying: the type of money you have shows in how you move. And yeah, I made it up, but it still holds. Old money moves quietly. New money moves loud. Old money protects its house. New money wants to see what else is outside.
Anton does work hard, right? But he's a fake, he's a fraud, and he's a phony. There's a lot of phony people who are they might have good work ethic, but Anton is not a real individual. He's a hypocrite. He's a fake Christian. He said he don't listen to people who's been to jail, but he's friends with a whole sexual predator. He's cool with an ex-convict, a sexual deviant. Clearly that goes against his Christian morals and values. You're not going to find a real Christian man who's a conservative who's going to platform a sexual deviant like Fleece Johnson. What is Fleece Johnson's claim to fame? Molesting gullible men in prison. Sexually assaulting men in prison. That's Fleece Johnson's claim to fame. And Anton, who claims to be a conservative Christian, said that Fleece Johnson is his homeboy. If that ain't fake, I don't know what is. The problem with the black community is you guys give people a pass for having money, no matter how fake they are, don't matter how much of a hypocrite they are. As long as they have some money, you'll give them a pass. Do you know a lot of black people gave R. Kelly a pass just because he makes good music, so I'm gonna overlook his degenerate behavior. I'm gonna overlook the fact that he's a sexual deviant because he has money. Why do you think Diddy was able to get away with the things that he's gotten away with for so long? How did Diddy get away with this for so long? Because black people praise and worship money. That's why Diddy survived so long in the industry doing what he's been doing, because black people have worshiped him for his success and money.
Old money values were restraint, new money mistakes access for elevation. And somewhere in that transition, Anton's tone shifted. He didn't just get richer, he got colder. And the coldest version of his commentary was always aimed at black people, not systems, not policies, not history. Black people, black men were framed as failures.
But just talk regular to me, bro. Because I'm not no
I'm
parent.
not
That's why I
talking.
spoke
No,
with
I'm gonna
you.
talk how the fuck I want to
Bro.
talk.
No, y'all.
All right.
Hey, come on, Anton.
Black women are the problem. Black culture is broken.
Figure out how to fix the commute. Like y'all putting spare.
You can't claim to be a conservative and then say, I'm a conservative Christian with Christian morals and values. But then I turn around and say, Fleece Johnson is my mother effing dog.
Parts on up cars.
Same message, different upload, and people noticed something else. The smoke was always heavy when he talked about his own people, but noticeably lighter when he didn't. That imbalance matters because
see, old girl in the comments saying, I agree with your assessments, but he's going to bounce back. See, you're talking about money. Is he going to bounce back as far as his career, or are we talking about character and Christian values? Will Anton stand up to represent Christianity the way that it should be represented? Or are you saying he's going to bounce back money-wise? I don't think he lost any money because he still has his money. So what you're saying is, well, people still going to rock with him because he's going to be all right. But you, not once did you say, maybe he'll stop being a hypocrite. Maybe he'll be a real Christian instead of a phony Christian. Maybe he'll take the time to reflect to become a better man and stop being a hypocrite and stop hiding behind his money. Listen, people like Futon, Tampon Daniels, they use money to escape accountability. And people like this uses money to escape accountability. So no matter what he does, he can always lean on the fact, I have success and money, therefore you will forgive me for whatever I do. See, he understands the mentality of the black community. He uses your praise of money. He uses the fact that you guys worship and praise money. So based on that, he knows that he can use his money to escape accountability. He let a grown man flirt with him and tell him he had a nice booty. He laughed at it. No Christian man, no masculine man would do that. No conservative Christian man will be cool with a sexual deviant like Felice Johnson that goes against your Christian morals and values. I mean, the man is a complete fraud and a hypocrite. Then he brags about being happily married, but then he talks about flying bad bras out. Now, if you want to take bad bras out, fine. I get that. But when you claim to be a conservative Christian who's a married man, that contradicts everything that you stand for. Now, if Anton would have said, I'm a Christian, but also I'm a single man and I like women, nobody would have a problem with it. We'll say, okay, do your thing, player, player. Okay, player, player. Boom, 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 pim, boom, 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 pim, boom. That's exactly what we would say. But when you claim to be this married conservative Christian man, flying bad bras out and bragging about how gorgeous they are, that goes against your Christian morals and values. I'm just calling the dude out for his hypocrisy. I'm calling him out for the fact that he's phony.
Critique without equal scrutiny starts to feel performative, and performance always cracks once it leaves a controlled environment. That crack appeared the moment Anton left the safety of his own platform, the moment he stepped into someone else's house. It's specifically Corey Holcomb's 5150 podcast.
The reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall
I'm an
of
equal
it?
accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white.
Anton is not an equal opportunity smoke giver. He kisses the behind of white people. He talks about liberal white women. Liberal white women are literally the punching bag of America. Nobody gets in trouble for talking about liberal white women. Conservative white men talk crazy about liberal white women all day. Listen, conservative white men don't even get mad when black men roast liberal white women. They don't. But one thing that Futon, Tampon ain't gonna never do, he's never gonna criticize that conservative Republican white man. He ain't gonna do it. That's why when Corey said, hey, why don't you talk about that? You know what Futon said? I ain't even going to get into that. Nah, Corey, I ain't going to get into that. Futon don't want to receive that spanking, that lashing. That's why he's not going to talk about the Republican white man, the conservative white man. He'll talk about a liberal white woman. Even then, he treads lightly. He don't talk about the liberal white woman like he talks about the black community. Every now and then he'll take a jab at the liberal white woman. Will he go in? Absolutely not. See, this is the mindset of Tampon Daniels, Tampon Felice Daniels. When those white men was doing all those mass shootings last year, you know, white men shot up Florida State University. They shot up that Catholic school in Minnesota, Minneapolis, either one. They shot up that school in Colorado. A white man in Michigan shot up a church in Michigan and burned it down. Another white man in North Carolina shot up a restaurant and unalived 5-6 people, injured like 15. Not once did Anton Daniels say, we got a problem with violent white men in this country. There's something wrong with white culture. White culture is violent. Not once did he say we have a problem with white men and white culture. Not once did he say that. You know what he said? We got a gun problem in America, and we got a lot of mentally ill people out here in this country. Not once, not once did he hold the white community accountable collectively. He held those white men accountable as individuals. Now, let me tell you something. Now, when black men commit crimes like that, he's going to use that as an opportunity to put the whole black community on trial. I told you black culture was trash. You're ghetto. You're violent. You're self-destructive. You black people are violent by nature. You are ghetto and you are low class. See, when a black person does something like that, he puts the whole black community on trial for the actions of a few individuals. But see, when white men commit similar crimes, he don't hold the white community accountable collectively. He never fixes his mouth to say that there's something wrong with white culture and violent white men. No, he's never going to say that. But on the flip side, when black men do crazy stuff, he used that as an opportunity to put the whole black community on trial for the actions of a few individuals. That's how Futon Daniels get down, and he's been doing it for years.
Men since you've been up here. The white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall
I'm an
of
equal
it?
accountability smoke getter. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
don't
taking
have, you don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You too busy.
My capacity, that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
That show isn't just a podcast. That's a black space. That's a show hosted by a black man who openly loves black people, defends black culture, and speaks with his community, not over it. That room is different. It's not a comment section.
When you a hypocrite, it don't matter as long as you got money. I talk greasy about the black community to get money, and I kiss the behind of Caucasians. It doesn't matter when you got money. I ain't got to stand on my Christian morals. I ain't got to stand on my Christian values. I got money. It doesn't matter. The black community gonna rock with me regardless.
It's not an algorithm. It's culture. Anton walked into that room confident, a little too confident, because confidence built in an echo chamber doesn't always survive real pushback. At first, it was a conversation, tense but controlled. Then Corey pressed him, not about data, not about charts, not about numbers, about ideas.
It don't matter. Listen, Fleece Johnson told me I got a nice booty. Fleece Johnson told me I got a nice body, but I got money, so it doesn't matter. Rainbow activities doesn't matter as long as you got money. I don't care that Fleece said I got a nice booty. I got money. It doesn't matter.
Identity. Corey called him out. It was a conversation, tense but controlled. Then Corey pressed him, not about data, not about charts, not about numbers, about identity. Corey called him out directly as a black man and black content creator for what he saw as dragging black people while pandering to white audiences. That wasn't a debate. That was a character check. And Anton didn't meet it with reflection. He met it with aggression. He snapped back with a vulgar insult. He crossed the line, changed the energy in the room. Corey stood up, voices rose. For a moment, it looked like things might get physical. That wasn't for the internet. That was real life. And that moment mattered because you can't hide in someone else's house, especially not a black man's house, when you're bringing contempt for black people into the room. That's when things started slipping, because what happened next mattered even more. A grounded man cools off after that. A secure man reflects. Anton didn't. He went online, talking tough.
For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson. For the love of money, he will flirt with Fleece Johnson. For the love of money, he will steal from his mother. For the love of money, he will steal from his brother. For the love of money. For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson. For the love of money.
Threatening violence and Anton didn't. He went online, talking tough, threatening violence and running his mouth.
Far I took it. Now you got to do something. Because I'm in your studio in person, right face to face with you.
And that's when the audience stopped debating his points and started judging his character, because nothing says I'm unbothered like threatening a comedian online. At that moment, the conversation shifted. Not is
Manhood and masculinity doesn't matter as long as you got money. Fleece told me I got a nice booty, but I got money. It doesn't matter. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
Anton right? But does unbothered like threatening a comedian online. At that moment, the conversation shifted. Not is Anton right? But does Anton respect the people who helped build him? That's a dangerous question, because audiences don't leave in protest. They leave in silence. They stop defending you, stop sharing you, stop making excuses for you, and the algorithm follows quietly. Now zoom out. This story doesn't stop with Anton. By 2026, you're going to see more Red Pill, Manosphere, and those alt-right thugs fall the same way. Not because they were wrong about everything, but because they built platforms on resentment instead of responsibility. They bonded men through anger. They confused outrage with loyalty. They mistook volume for wisdom. That works for a season. But those spaces don't teach men how to build families. They don't teach men how to sustain love. They don't
All right, we got it. I'm gonna let this play for one more minute.
teach men how to age with dignity. They teach men how to feel superior while staying alone. And resentment is a terrible long-term fuel.
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money. He will flirt with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
By 2026, more men will be tired of being lectured by millionaires who don't model reality, tired of being talked down to by men with money but no balance, tired of leaders with access but no grounding. And the internet doesn't argue forever. It replaces quietly, because people don't want perfection. They want alignment. You can tell the truth without hating the people you're talking about. You can critique culture without disrespecting it. And when money replaces responsibility with ego, the fall isn't dramatic. It's lonely. That's the real ending. And that's why this story
All right,
isn't...
let's get into Auntie Messy. I want you I want you to hear Auntie. Make sure that you're blessed the like button. It ain't nothing. Let's hear what Auntie Messy had to say.
The problem right here.
I think I was supposed to have.
Listen, I told Auntie Messy yesterday, man, get in the kitchen and fry up some chicken and whip up some damn potato salad, some collard greens and some sweet potato pie. Get up and get on in that kitchen and do your job, Messy. Don't nobody want to see you gossiping on the internet.
A new interview. I'm gonna do something with him in the spring. We're gonna do some new content together. Fleece is necessary. Fleece is necessary.
Hey, I'm making a whole song about that. Hey, and I'm working on it, and I'm gonna do a whole video. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money. He will flirt with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. He will sleep with your husband for the love of money, for the love of money.
Necessary.
You can almost see the look on the lady Messy Michonne's face when she hears Anton Daniels say, "Fleece is necessary." We're going to do some new content together. Again, you have to put this all together. Put it all together when you consider that Anton Daniels is supposed to be a man, a straight man. He goes around referring to a lot of other men, Mr. 1950, Q, and everyone else. Corey Holcomb is gay. He uses all these sexual gay references to talk to.
Don't you love how all these people are so focused in on what Anton is doing and the words that he's using, and yet they continue to show him, record him, make videos of him, but they allegedly have all this issue with Fleece.
Shut up, Auntie Messy. Anton does reactionary videos about the black community every week, talking greasy about the black community. So it's cool for Anton, it's cool for Tampon Fleece Daniels to critique and criticize the black community. But when it's time for the community to criticize him, all of a sudden everybody's just hating on futon. Shut up, Messy. You're not making any sense. Somebody tell their auntie to get off the internet gossiping and get her big ass in the kitchen and whip up some fried chicken, whip up some potato salad, whip up a sweet potato pie, whip up some damn collard greens or something. I don't know. So it's cool for Futon to critique and criticize the black community all he wants. Oh, but when it's time for the community to criticize Anton, oh, that's a major problem. That's a problem.
Johnson, y'all act like Anton.
I don't see how anybody listens to this old woman and her foolishness. This is pure buffoonery. It's such buffoonery to the point to where it is comedy. It is bomedy. Now that's blasphemy. That is blasphemy, man. And listen, man, what I was saying is this. What Messi is saying is such buffoonery to the point to where it's comedy. It's bomedy. Matter of fact, it is blasphemy to listen to your old school granny / auntie with this wig do all this gossiping. So it's all gravy as long as Anton is criticizing the black community. But when the black community critiques and criticizes him, all of a sudden that's a major problem. Shut up, auntie. You're too damn messy.
Y'all act like Anton is if he was ABCD, that he trying F y'all. Yeah. Y'all are like jealous because Anton ain't effing around with y'all. Y'all seem very sassy and feeling some kind of way because Anton don't give a ish about y'all.
This Anton don't care about y'all. And Anton. Tell Anton to help that weak ass channel you got over there, sitting up there gossiping for hours. Ain't got nobody watching. You get 1,000 views and you're gossiping for 5 hours. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Auntie Messi, sitting up there smelling like old potato salad, sitting up there smelling like old stale ass cornbread, sitting up there smelling like motherfucking pig feet, sitting up there smelling like spoiled chitterlings. Auntie Messi sitting up there smelling like old potato salad that's been in the refrigerator for 2 months. Shame on you, Messi.
If it ain't about the fact that he interviewed Fleece Johnson, if it ain't about the fact that Mika is around, if it ain't about the fact that his wife is around, if it ain't about the fact
that this and that, if it ain't about the fact, shut up, Messi. You sound crazy. You're foolish. You're clueless. It's all gravy as long as Futon is critiquing the black community. But when it's time for people to critique him, all of a sudden, that's a major problem. Shut up, you hypocrite. Get your big ass in the kitchen and whip up some of that potato salad and throw away that potato salad that you cooked 2 months ago. You already know. Auntie Messi sitting up there smelling like an old batch of collard greens with a $10 wig from Tamo.
That he got all those people on the daggone panel, whoever they are, child. It's always something. Y'all always gonna find something. So jump on Anton, because at the end of the day, everything that you accusing him of is probably what's going on with y'all. And yeah, I said that. I meant that. Y'all ain't say nothing about, I'm sure, Aaron Magruder when he did the episode with Fleece Johnson on the Boondocks. I'm sure y'all watched the Boondocks.
Shut up. Don't nobody care about that. Anton is on trial right now. We're not talking about no. That's like when you do a crime with somebody, they get caught. Well, such and such did it too. Now you snitching because you got caught. Now you want to point the finger at everybody else because your black ass is on trial. You're being held accountable by the community. Now you want to point the fingers and start snitching. Nah, it's time to take your lick. You didn't put the black community on trial for years. Now it's time for us to put Anton on trial. It is time for us to put Futon, Tampon, Fleece Daniels in a hot seat. Tampon, Fleece Daniels. It is your time to be in a hot seat. It is your time to be put on trial by the black community. You didn't hold the black community accountable for years, and I get it, but now it's time to hold you accountable. And you don't like it. This is why you got your Auntie Messi defending you. Auntie Messi sitting up there smelling like an old batch of spoiled collard greens, just sitting funky, sitting up there smelling funky, just musty. Oh my God, it's just dusty. The Timo wig it is.
I'm pretty sure with the way that y'all can quote all the daggone scenes on the Boondocks, but I guess that don't count, right? Because it's a cartoon, because it's the Boondocks. See, this is the problem with black people, and yes, I'm saying it, is that they all want to jump on someone when someone is down, but y'all barely big up anybody that actually has done anything substantial.
Shut up, Auntie Messy. All Anton did was take crap. All he did was shit on the black community. Now, see, it's no fun when a rabbit has the gun. As long as he's pointing the finger and criticizing the community, is all gravy. Now that he's being held accountable, Auntie Messy want to cry about it. Now she want to feed you that old ass potato salad that she should have threw out 2 months ago. Sitting up there gossiping with that Timu wig, defending Futon Fleece Daniels.
Let's go ahead and make sure that y'all go against Nicki Minaj because she just had the nerve to have her own political view. Let's make sure that y'all go ahead and big up daggone Cardi.
Do you think we're roasting Anton Daniels just based on his political views, or do you think we're holding him accountable for him being a fraud and a fake Christian and an overall hypocrite? Shut up, Auntie Messy. You ain't making no sense. People ain't roasting Anton Daniels just solely based on his political views. Now you're not being honest. You're not even being honest with the audience, Auntie Messy, sitting up there smelling like an old batch of collard greens, potato salad in a refrigerator that's 3 months old.
Even though she's married somebody's baby mama and dealing with a man that already had 3 kids, about to have 3 more. Child, whatever. All the degenerate stuff, all the crazy stuff that don't make no sense, all the abnormal stuff is what y'all freaking big up. Then y'all turn around here talking about white people. This be the problem right here. This is why we can't do stuff together.
So it's a problem to talk about white people, but it's not a problem for Anton to talk about black people. Shut up, Auntie Messy, and take 10 seats. She got a problem with us critiquing white people, but she ain't got a problem with Anton talking about the black community like a dog. Get lost, Messy. Somebody need to tell a auntie to get her big ass off of the damn internet, gossiping and running her damn mouth, staying in grown men's business.
Asians can do stuff together. Indians can do stuff together. Child, probably even white people can do stuff together, but y'all the experts on white people because, child, that's the other thing. You don't talk about white men. Who the fuck made y'all in charge of anybody else to be able to tell them what they supposed to do?
They didn't tell him what to do. It was a question, you idiot. Nobody told him what to talk about. It was a question. He said, how come you don't talk about white men? He never said that you should do it. He said, how come you never do it? See, apparently Messy don't understand the difference between a question or you just flat out telling somebody what to do. Apparently she don't understand the difference. Nobody told Futon Fleece Daniels what he needs to talk about. It was a legitimate question. How come you never talk about white people? That was a question. Nobody was telling him what to do.
Y'all don't even know how to move on. That's what the stars typically do. But clearly, they weren't wrong. At least you can say it's because it's a woman, she female, she emotional, all those things. So y'all don't think that counts toward y'all? Y'all the most emotional MFers I've ever seen with regard to this Anton shit. And y'all—
Shut up, Auntie Messy. See, it's cool for see, listen, she got a problem with us saying something about white folks, but she ain't got a problem with Anton talking greasy about black folks. It shows you what type of auntie Timu wig Messy is. Oh, Timu wig Messy. Gossiping like somebody's dusty ass auntie, looking to spill the tea, looking to gossip all day about absolutely nothing. See, it's all gravy when Anton critiques the black community, but when somebody critiques Anton, when you critique Anton, all of a sudden you're a hater. You're just hating. Do you guys see this double standard? When you talk about Anton or criticize him, you're considered a hater. When he's talking greasy about the black community, it's all gravy as long as he makes money doing it. You see the mindset? You see the hypocrisy?
Looking crazy with every single video. Oh, all you do is gossip. I'm a fucking woman. What's y'all's excuse? Like, seriously, what are we—
You're an old messy woman with a Timu wig on, with a bad Timu wig. Anton gossips about the black community all day, every day, agreeing with white folks every time they have something negative to say about the black community. But of course, you ain't got a problem in the world with that, Auntie Messy. Talking about white people, that's a problem. Talking about Anton, that's a problem. But when Anton talks about the black community, it's all gravy. But apparently talking about white people and Anton Daniels is a major problem. Anton, it's cool for him to critique the black community all he wants. And you know what they're going to say? I'm just holding black people accountable. Well, guess what, Auntie Messi? We're holding him accountable. You know what Anton's excuse is? I'm not talking greasy about the black community. I just want to hold black people accountable. So he's going to convince you that he's not talking crazy to you. He's not talking down to you. He's just holding you accountable. That's what he's going to say in his defense. Okay, well, maybe we're doing the same thing. We're just holding Anton accountable. We gave him the mirror that he refuses to look in. So guess what? We're just holding Anton accountable. There's no hate here.
Talking about right now. You over here so worried about if Anton was ABCD. Just say that he was. Why do you care? Are you obic? Are you obic? Let's go ahead and go there, because any other time it would be like, you must be homophobic. You must be transphobic. You must be some other obic.
Man, I don't see how you grown-ass men listen to your auntie with this $10 Temu wig on, run her mouth about a whole lot of nonsense. You grown men who are subscribed to this nonsense, something is wrong with you. Do you really want to hear your overweight auntie with a Temu wig on gossip about absolutely nothing? She's not even making sense. It'd be one thing if she was making sense, but clearly she's not.
Is that what it is? Y'all.
This is what she's saying. She's saying it's okay for Anton to critique the black community, but it's a major problem for us to critique him. That's exactly what she's saying. I listen to words, and words mean something.
So worried about that man's D and Fleece Johnson's D.
Nobody's worried about it. We're using that to make fun of him, you idiot. We are using that to make fun of him. The same way he talks about single mothers, Pookies and Ray Rays and ghetto culture, he feels he has the right to critique it. Okay, well, we have the right to critique him for his character flaws as well. Auntie Messi.
As you making videos talking about what he doing and what he's saying. And you call me a sack chaser? Child, y'all must be the whole daggone.
You are a sack chaser, Messi, because not once did you hold that man accountable for anything. See, we can tell that Anton Daniels paid for this woman and paid her to say stupid things to where she'll never challenge him on anything that he said. Messi is compromised. She's not talented. She's an overweight woman with a Temu wig who gossips about absolutely nothing, and she stays in grown man's business because she has no business of her own. She's not even making sense with her critiques. She's telling everybody it's cool for Anton to critique the black community, but it's wrong for us to critique him. That's exactly what she's saying in so many words. Not once does she have a problem with the critiques that Anton has for the black community, but she got a problem with us critiquing him and his. She got a problem with us. She got a problem with us calling him out for his hypocrisy. She got a problem with us critiquing anything that he does. She got a problem with us talking about the white community. She got a problem with us talking about Anton. But she ain't got a problem with Anton's hypocrisy, and she ain't got a problem with Anton talking about the black community. Because you know what she gonna say is, well, Anton is just holding black people accountable. Okay, well, we're holding him accountable. We're holding white people accountable, and we're holding him accountable. But of course, you're not going to concede the point. You're going to pretend like what I said didn't make any sense at all, when in reality, it made perfect sense. If he has the right to critique the black community, we have a right to critique him. It works both ways. If he has a right to hold us accountable, we have every right to hold him accountable.
D. Y'all must want to SMD this man.
These people, and here he is saying he's going to go back and do more content.
See, when you listen to people like Messi, they don't like it when we hold a daddy accountable, but as long as their daddy is holding the black community accountable, it's all gravy. As long as he can make money, baby, it's all gravy, baby. Critiquing Anton Daniels is somehow a major problem. Holding Anton accountable is somehow a major problem. See, it's cool as long as Anton is the one dishing it out, but he don't want to take it. Listen, this is the problem with Futon. He can't take what he dishes out. He critiques the black community daily for money. But when the roles are reversed and people start to criticize him and put his character on trial, all of a sudden he can't take it. All of a sudden everybody is considered haters for critiquing and criticizing him. That's the hypocrisy that we are dealing with.
With Fleece Johnson, a homosexual criminal who brags about his homosexual lifestyle. More content with Fleece Johnson, a homosexual criminal who brags about his homosexual lifestyle. And here's Anton Daniels telling a black woman that fleece is necessary. And if you look at the look on her face, and the bigger issue is she didn't have the confidence to correct him. Why is fleece necessary? She didn't challenge him on these.
What the fuck do I need to correct a grown ass man for? Y'all can't.
Shut up, you fat auntie. You trying to you think you have the right to critique? She thinks she has the right to critique us. So she'll try her best to correct us, but she won't correct him. Man, if you listen to this fat hypocritical ass auntie, something is wrong with you, especially as a grown man. I understand why women might listen to it. She said, why in the F would she correct the black man? Well, she feels like she has the right to correct us. She feels like she has the right to critique us, but she's not a woman enough to critique Anton. She's not a woman enough to correct Anton. Auntie Messy, you are hit. Auntie Messy, you're done. You're finished. Your podcasting career is over. You're fake. You're phony. You smell like spoiled baloney. Auntie Messy smells like spoiled baloney. She's phony. She feels like she has every right in the world to critique the black community and correct us about something that we're doing, correct us about something that we're saying, but she ain't woman enough to critique Anton. She ain't woman enough to correct Anton. Auntie Messy, you're fake as they come. You're a hypocrite. Your content is terrible.
Ain't even go correct him. Why don't y'all go over there to his channel and try to correct him? I bet you don't do that, Bueller. I bet y'all don't go over there and say nothing to him, but you watching.
Look at Auntie Messy going hard in the paint to defend her daddy. Going hard in the paint to defend her daddy. All this caping for Anton you've been doing, Messy, and you only got 1,000 views off of this. Let me show you how pathetic Auntie Messy is. She got 41,000 subscribers and she only got 1,000 views for defending her Anton daddy, her daddy futon. The least futon could have did was promoted your video. The least futons could have did was hype the video once it uploaded to YouTube. You did all this gossiping, you did all this caping for Futon Daniels just to get 1,000 views on a video with his name in the title. You are pathetic. Your content is terrible. Auntie Messy, your content is terrible. You have no substance. You bring no value whatsoever. Futon Daniels wasn't even real enough to hit the hype button to even share your video. You did all this caping for Anton just to get 1,000 views. The least a man could have did was share the video to get you at least 5,000 on it.
Every single thing that daggone man does. And you talking about Fleece Johnson? Child, are y'all the brothers and sisters of, are y'all the brothers of Fleece Johnson? Because child, it's sounding like jealousy at the end of the day.
Jealousy. Jealous of what? Now, listen. This woman is talking stupid. She's not making any sense. Jealous of what? Nobody's jealous about a grown man who engages in rainbow activities with another man. Who's jealous of that? You're the only one that's obsessed with the man's money. You're the one who's riding his sack. You're not a woman enough to critique him or challenge him on anything, but you feel like you have the right to challenge us on the things that we say, but you won't challenge him on anything that he says. Get lost, Auntie Messy.
It's really starting to sound like jealousy that you can't get close to Fleece Johnson. Did y'all make 1,000,001 videos when the daggone original episode of the Boondocks came out about?
Now she wants us to talk about the Boondocks. We're talking about Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels speaks for the black community. The Boondocks does not speak for the black community. Terrible comparison. Horrible comparison. Which shows that you have this only proves your low IQ. It shows that you have a low IQ. How are you going to compare Anton Daniels, a black content creator, to the Boondocks? What she's saying is, stop talking about Anton. Talk about them. You're snitching. Anton Daniels is on trial. We'll put the Boondocks on trial later. Right now, we got Futon Daniels on trial. We're holding him accountable. Yeah. Y'all ain't saying nothing about the Boondocks. You just want to criticize Anton. Shut up, Auntie.
Fleece Johnson? I'm pretty sure y'all didn't. I'm pretty sure y'all don't. I'm pretty sure y'all still watch the Boondocks. I'm pretty sure you didn't.
The Boondocks made fun of Fleece Johnson. If you really pay attention, the Boondocks made fun of Fleece Johnson. Shout out to Ryder Profit for the cash app. Right? Hit the like button. They made fun of Fleece Johnson. They made a whole character out of him on the Boondocks and got paid for it. You didn't talk about the Boondocks. Shut up, Auntie Messy.
Didn't think anything of it, but now all of a sudden it's Anton.
Listen, man, you grown ass men who's listening to this woman, you guys ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. What grown ass man wants to listen to his overweight auntie gossip about absolutely nothing all day? She's not even making sense with her gossip. It'd be one thing if she was gossiping and making sense, but clearly she's not.
And I'm the problem. It's not my job to challenge him. Let that man do what he wants. This is y'all's problem. Y'all
don't challenge the black. If it's not your job to challenge anything that he says, it's not your job to challenge anything that we do in the black community. Auntie Messy with your $10 Temu wig on. It ain't my job to challenge Anton. Well, it ain't your job to challenge the black community. It ain't your job to challenge or critique anything that we say. Make it fair if you want to use logic and common sense, Auntie Messy.
Think you control something. Y'all ain't no different than the 92%. I said it, I meant it. You ninjas ain't no different than the 92%. Shout out to the 92%. Y'all got my total.
Do you guys see how fake this woman is? Do you guys really see how fake and hypocritical this woman is? Now I see why she rock with Anton. She's fake and hypocritical as well. It ain't my job to correct Anton. Well, if it ain't your job to correct Anton, it ain't your job to critique or correct the black community. Auntie Messy. Shut up and take 10 seats.
And complete respect after this whole bullshit ass situation with Corey and Anton. Because you ninjas is out here wilding about every single aspect of everything, and you won't even admit. 1, you have no fucking control over nobody but your damn selves. 2, you're willing to burn down everything in order for you to get another.
Yeah, man, you black men ought to be ashamed of yourself for listening to this old school pork chop gravy having ass auntie who's so hypocritical to the point to where she don't realize it. It ain't my job to critique Anton. It ain't my job to correct Anton. But you made it your job to correct and critique the black community. But you won't correct or critique Anton or challenge anything that he says. Auntie Messy, your podcasting days are over. Your podcasting days are over, Auntie Messy. It ain't my job to critique or challenge Anton. But you want to make it your job to challenge and critique the black community? You a hypocrite, Auntie Messy. You black men, you grown-ass black men who's listening to your auntie gossip about absolutely nothing, something is wrong with you guys, man. Clearly something is wrong with you. If you find value in listening to your old school Auntie Messy be a hypocrite, something is wrong with you as a grown-ass man. What grown-ass man want to listen to his overweight auntie gossip about absolutely nothing, showing everybody how much of a hypocrite she actually is? I can't critique Anton or critique anything. I can't challenge Anton or critique anything. That ain't my job. Okay, well, just imagine what I was getting ready to say. I had to catch myself, but just imagine what I was getting ready to say. She want to make it her job to critique and criticize the black community. But she ain't got no smoke for Anton. She's not going to critique him. She's not going to challenge him on anything. She said it ain't her job to critique or challenge Anton on anything. Shame on you grown-ass black men listening to this old school potato salad making ass auntie gossip about absolutely nothing, being messy.
Fucking view, another like, another subscription, and to try to make some damn money. Argue with your fucking mother.
Shut up. Shut up with your foul mouth, with your potty mouth. All that vulgar language and that potty mouth. Take that $10 Temu wig off, Auntie Messy, and come back to reality. Take off that $10 wig, Auntie Messy, and come back down to reality.
what Corey does and who the fuck he does it with. Y'all the ones that.
If you look at her subscribers, she has 41,000 subscribers. Anton Daniels has 1 million. She's likely to be very desirous, and she doesn't want to say anything that would be out of the way to Anton Daniels because she's probably happy that he's on her channel.
Says the man with 341 subscribers.
It doesn't matter how many subscribers he has. What he's saying about your big ass is true. Your big back Shirley. Auntie Messy looks like big back Shirley, who won't put the pork chops and ham hocks down. Pork chops, mashed potatoes with extra gravy, baby. Auntie Messy. Get out the kitchen. You're too damn messy. sitting up there eating up all the damn pork chops and extra gravy. Shame on Auntie Messy. Sitting up there smelling like an old batch of collard greens. Sitting up there smelling like an old batch of potato salad that's been set up in a damn refrigerator for 3 months and they got mold on it.
Subscribers who won't even go over there, send that man a super chat or have anything to say to him. Won't go over there to any of his other channels and say anything to him. Oh, I know. Y'all got all this knowledge and everything, but you won't put your money where your fucking mouth.
Shut up, Auntie Messy. You won't take your big ass to the gym to lose some of that weight. Too damn busy eating up all the ham hocks and extra pork chops with gravy and biscuits with gravy on them. Too damn busy consuming that. You're delusional. You're too damn messy, and your message is rooted in hypocrisy. Your message is rooted in hypocrisy, Auntie Messy. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
I tell you that because all you got to do is go over there to the Million Morning Show every morning and send a significant cash out. Not like that other bitch ass ninja with the $10. Send him a.
Shut up with her foul language. That's why you only got all this caping for Anton and all you got was 10 people. All you got is 1,000 people to watch this weak ass video. Shame on Auntie Messy. Yeah. Yeah. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. For the love of money. Listen, you guys, man, I'll be back at you guys with another show. Part 2. We're going to do a part 2 to this, right? And on part 2, we're going to drop the link. We're going to bring some people up to speak. Got a quick run to make. I'll be back. Microphone check. Make sure that you bless the like button. It ain't nothing. We're going to take a deep dive to let you know how we ride. We're going to do a part 2. We're going to roast Auntie Messy. Her message is rooted in hypocrisy. She said it ain't her job to challenge Anton Daniels. It ain't her job to challenge Anton Daniels, but she made it her job to challenge and critique the black community. Auntie Messy, you as fake as they come. Auntie Messy, your message is rooted in hypocrisy. You as fake as they come. Sitting up there smelling like an old batch of collard greens. Sitting up there smelling like a damn old batch of potato salad that got mold on it that's been in the refrigerator for 3 damn months. Shame on Auntie Messy trying to give you that old spoiled ass food that she should have threw out a long time ago because she's too damn lazy to whip up a brand new batch. Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers never do that, but you have the nerve and the audacity parts of my.
And then she got a potty mouth. You know your auntie with that wig on, your overweight auntie with that wig on that uses a lot of profanity and she gossips on the phone all damn day.
My ass, especially the crack.
And this is the way that he tends to get away with these things.
What the fuck is he getting away with?
Auntie Messy, stop using all this profanity, Auntie Messy, with your potty mouth. I'm going to give you a spanking, Auntie Messy. You got the nerve to give the black community that old-ass potato salad. You got the nerve to feed the black community those old-ass spoiled collard greens that you should have threw out months ago.
Y'all don't take this much stance on any of the criminals. Y'all don't take this stance on any of the gremlins. Y'all don't take this stance on any of the people who are out here wilding and actually doing bad toward.
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money.
The community. Y'all out here with the no snitching. Y'all won't go out there and make sure that shit's taken care of. You won't do anything about the dag.
Shut up, Auntie Messy. You won't get on a damn treadmill to jog off some of them damn calories, to jog some of that fat off your behind. You won't sit up there and do that. Woo! Woo!
On violence in any of the inner cities. You won't do anything with regard to anything that's holding black people back outside of the white people, because that's all that you know.
She did all this caping for Futon Tampon Daniels just to get 1,000 views. With all that caping she done sat up there and did.
No, y'all won't do none of that, but you worrying about a ninja on daggone YouTube who ain't doing nothing illegal, and you worrying about where he may pop.
Shut up. He ain't doing nothing illegal. He ain't doing this. And the black community, the black people who are critiquing him and making fun of him, we're not doing anything illegal as well. We're critiquing him and holding him accountable for his hypocrisy. Now Anton is put on trial. The black community has officially put Futon Fleece Daniels on trial, and you don't like it. See, as long as Tampon Daniels, Tampon Fleece Daniels, as long as he's putting the black community on trial, she ain't got a problem with that. But she got a major problem with us putting him on trial and holding him accountable for his blatant hypocrisy. Holding him accountable for being funny. The quickest way to escape accountability in the black community, all you got to do is just hide behind your money. And that's exactly what Tampon Daniel's been doing ever since he's been on YouTube. Futon Daniels, Tampon Fleece Daniels, he's been able to escape accountability simply just by hiding behind his money.
Possibly be putting his pipe, like Trent says, his D. Child, please go to hell.
Interviewing Fleece Johnson, and no one will challenge him on these things. Once again, I am John Galt.
Challenge Anton on interviewing someone. Challenge Anton on interviewing someone. Man, child, I'm moving forward is what I'm doing. As I have time while I'm away.
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money.
Hey, y'all, because they gonna have shout out to them for tagging me. If I find them, I'm laying them all out. At this point, y'all need to be read, because y'all looking crazy. Y'all are the real people that got some issues, and you need to delve into that.
Now we got a problem here, and I said it before and I say it again. We got 700 some people watching. How come we only got 200 some people who blessed that like button? That's a major problem. I was gonna extend the show, but there's no way. Like, there's too much value in this content. There's too much logic and common sense, as well as entertainment. We should have at least 600 to 700 people who's already blessed that like button for the value that I bring, for the entertainment that I bring, for the overall game that I deliver. Put some respect on the damn channel. If we got 700 some people watching, we should have at least 600 to 700 some likes. Make it make sense.
I don't know if it's homophobia. I don't know if it's you're in love with Anton. I don't know what the hell it is, but y'all need to seek fucking help. Y'all ain't got no problem.
Auntie Messy, your content is whack. You're pathetic. You don't make any sense. You're a hypocrite, and your whole message is rooted in hypocrisy. Shame on Auntie Messy. Shame on Auntie Messy. Let's hear what O'Shea had to say.
Really, I'm not even looking to make any more videos.
My man O'Shea did a great breakdown. I'm gonna give you guys a snippet of this, but of course you can go to O'Shea the Duke's channel. You can go to my dog O'Shea the Duke Jackson's channel and get the full breakdown of him breaking down Anton's hypocrisy and just pure buffoonery.
About Corey Holcomb or Anton Daniels, but people keep sending me stuff, and allegedly Anton Daniels has been going on this particular Twitter post, and then Twitter delete spree. And he did it the other day after going after Corey Holcomb. Once the video of Corey Holcomb came out of hitting that lady, But then here's another example. He posted, "I'm going to show you why you shouldn't worship these industry celebrities. Almost all of them are fake, closeted, and demonic. They've had a chokehold on the culture and are the worst for it. I don't want to be friends ever." Now, before I could get the screenshots of the post where people were basically roasting Anton Daniels up, you can imagine what people were saying. A lot of hypocrisy, a lot of, you do this and you do that. And then I thought about something in particular, and I want to talk about a concept. It's called cognitive ability. Cognitive ability refers to our mental capacity to do a few things.
O'Shea is going to
Number
break
one,
this down to a science. Pay close attention. Pay close attention.
acquire knowledge, reason, solve problems, understand language.
And make sure that you
remember
guys get my
inform-
likes up, man. It's Friday, man. Show some love on the Cash App. Show some love on the Super Chat. If you're really rocking with the content, let it do what it do. I'll deliver this game to you, you, and you.
information and to adapt to new situations. Other things like processing speed, how quickly you can think and respond. But, and examples in life would be like reading a complex article, remembering instructions, solving a math problem, things like that, making decisions under pressure. And typically how these things are improved, one of the main ways that you can improve your cognitive ability is reading. It's one of the best ways to do it. But when you look at this cognitive ability, you listen.
Man, you know damn well Auntie Messi ain't got no husband, because no man wants to see his wife gossiping in a Timu wig all day. You know Auntie Messi ain't got no damn husband, and she ain't got no damn man.
To white racists, or when you listen to black conservatives, they would argue that, on average, the Black American community, or even blacks, the African American community or Black American community, and blacks in general worldwide, have a lower cognitive ability of other races, especially in comparisons to whites. And this is what Anton is doing right now. He's saying that everybody else is a problem in the culture. And when he says industry celebrities, he's not talking about just white industry celebrities. He's talking about black celebrities. And a lot of this is some of the people who could be, critical of his debate with Corey Holcomb himself. And then he's calling them fake, closeted, and demonic. Okay. They've had
How can Anton call anybody fake? Like, seriously. That's like Don Lemon calling somebody fruity. Anton calling somebody fake is the equivalent to Don Lemon calling somebody fruity. Come on, y'all.
chokehold on the culture. And when he means the culture, it's just not the culture of entertainment. He's talking about the black culture. But one of the things
make sure that you guys get those likes up. And hype the video. Go to all the live streams that I posted. Go to all my live streams. And if you rock with me, make sure that y'all hype the videos. It's only right that you do so.
Cognitive ability that I really think is very interesting is your ability to, number one, understand yourself and understand other people. That is a part of reasoning. When you're reasoning, you have the ability to look at, number one, yourself. What is the problem with myself? Now, I know that we are all...
Listen, you guys, we're going to give you a part 2, man, and I'm going to drop the link. But see, depending on the likes, man, if we get enough likes and enough supporters, I'll do a part 2. Well, I'll speak for like 30 minutes and I'll drop the link. But the only way that I'm going to do a part 2 to this, the likes got to make sense. The amount of support that we get and the amount of likes that we get on the stream has to make sense. And if so, I'll come back and give you guys a part 2, maybe around 1 p.m. But let's get the likes up first and we'll take it from there. Like I said, I'll speak for 30 minutes and I'll drop the link and give you guys the floor. But make it make sense for your boy.
Biased towards ourselves. We would all love to believe that we are greater than we really are, until, a fateful day comes and we get humbled. But one of the reasons that cognitive ability is so important, because you get to understand how somebody else feels. Let me give you an example. When we were in high school reading books, some of you may have read something like, To Kill a Mockingbird, or Shakespeare's plays, Romeo and Juliet, or if you read the Bible, King James Version, what you try to do He's always blaming somebody, and I'm in error in comparisons to what they're saying in this particular passage or about me in particular. But when you look at Anton Daniels and how he's handling himself, he's always blaming somebody else. It's these industry celebrities. These people are fake, closeted, and demonic. But this is a man who says that he's a Christian and he has 5 quote unquote holes on the side and his wife is okay with it. But he also says he follows God. But everybody else is fake, closeted, and demonic.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Also says he follows God. But everybody else is fake, closeted, and demonic.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
He mentions when you peek behind the curtain, it's all a facade. Well, we can say that about Anton Daniels.
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money, for the love of money.
Daniels, when you talk about his life, you can talk about him being demonic. You can talk about him being fake. You can talk about him being closeted. You can say all of these things about Anton Daniels in which he is leveraging these points on other people. Talk about them having the chokehold on the culture and they are the worst for it, but he won't talk about how he benefits. But as a black conservative, his job should be trying to change the culture, but he's a part of the chokehold on the culture and he can't understand that. I don't want to be friends ever is what he's saying, but with all of the calamities that he has in his own personal life, he doesn't want to be friends with people that are like him. And it made me realize something.
So listen, man, this is part 1. I'll give you guys a part 2. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. Shout out to Reginald for the super chat. Shout out to Sebastian for the cash app. Shout out to Reginald and Sebastian for the cash apps. My bad. Shout out to Nada for giving another super chat. I appreciate you. Listen, we'll look at the likes, and that'll determine if I'll do a part 2 and if I'll drop the link. That's going to show me if you guys really want me to do a part 2. I'm going to judge it based on the likes. If I see enough likes, then I'll say, okay, we'll do a part 2 and I'll drop the link. If we don't get enough likes, then I'll just move on to something else. It's all gravy, baby. It ain't no problem. I ain't going to cry about it. Don't doubt it. It is what it is. Whatever I do got to make sense. So if the likes add up, if the amount of support and the likes add up, by the time I get back to the house after I come back from making my run, and if everything looks okay, we'll do a part 2 and I'll drop that link immediately. Please believe me. King Supreme, make sure that you like the stream in a major way. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. And oh yeah, make sure that you guys hype the videos. Peace, love, and blessings. Giving you game to keep you from stressing. It's your play upon the King Supreme. Make sure that you like this stream. I'm gone. All facts, realer than rap. No cap.